In the early 7th century, as Christianity was taking root in Anglo-Saxon England, a scholar from North Africa played a pivotal role in shaping its intellectual and spiritual landscape. Saint Adrian of Canterbury was born around 630 in the region of Cyrenaica, modern-day Libya, into a culture steeped in Greek and Latin. According to the Venerable Bede, Adrian belonged to an indigenous ethnic group that spoke a common language and practiced Christianity before the Arab invasions. This cosmopolitan background prepared him to bridge cultures and languages later in life. Adrian entered monastic life in Italy, becoming abbot of a monastery near Naples. His mastery of scripture and classical languages attracted the attention of Pope Vitalian. When the Archbishopric of Canterbury in England became vacant, the Pope sought to appoint Adrian to the post. Out of humility, Adrian declined, insisting that he was unworthy and recommending his friend Theodore of Tarsus instead. Pope Vitalian agreed on the condition that Adrian accompany Theodore to England as a trusted advisor. In 668, they journeyed to Canterbury, bringing with them not only Roman practices but also the rich intellectual traditions of the Mediterranean world. Upon their arrival, Theodore, newly installed as archbishop, appointed Adrian abbot of the monastery of Saints Peter and Paul, later known as St Augustine's Abbey. Under Adrian's leadership, the monastery became one of the most important centers of learning in Western Europe. He founded a school that taught Latin, Greek, scripture, theology, Roman law and arithmetic. Students were reportedly so well trained that they spoke Latin as fluently as their native tongue. The school produced future bishops and abbots who would carry the gospel and learning throughout the British Isles. Adrian's influence extended far beyond the classroom. Working alongside Archbishop Theodore, he helped reorganize the diocesan structure of the English Church, convened synods to resolve disputes, and introduced Roman liturgical practices. He leveraged his North African heritage to foster unity among diverse Anglo-Saxon tribes, using his proficiency in languages to communicate across cultural boundaries. His humility in declining high office allowed him to focus on mentoring others. He embodied the idea that the Church needs both administrators and teachers. For roughly 40 years, Adrian taught and governed his abbey. Historical accounts report that his school attracted disciples from Ireland, Frisia, and Gaul. He stressed that intellectual pursuits should deepen spiritual life, encouraging monks to balance study with prayer. Pope Vitalian and subsequent popes praised his work, recognizing that solid education was essential for a stable church. Adrian died at Canterbury on January 9, 710, after a lifetime of service. Centuries later, during renovations at the Abbey, monks discovered his body incorrupt, a sign of holiness that drew crowds of pilgrims. Reports spread that miracles occurred at his tomb and that schoolboys in trouble would pray there for help. He was revered as the patron of educators, students, and schools. The life of Saint Adrian of Canterbury offers several enduring lessons. First, humility opens unexpected paths. By refusing the archbishopric, Adrian found a vocation that allowed his gifts as a teacher to flourish far beyond what a hierarchical position might have offered. Second, education builds the church. His school at Canterbury became the seedbed for a learned clergy and laity, demonstrating that intellectual formation is indispensable to evangelization. Third, cultural diversity enriches faith. Adrian's African roots and experience in Italy enabled him to bridge cultures and languages, reminding us that the Church is universal and strengthened by its diversity. Today, the Church commemorates Saint Adrian on January 9th. His story invites us to value knowledge as a tool for discipleship and to embrace our talents with humility. Like Adrian, we may be called not to positions of power but to form minds and hearts. In doing so, we participate in the mission of transmitting the faith across generations and cultures.